This MuseumConnect video is inspired by the shoes in the costume collection at the Salisbury Museum, and it is made to get you thinking about the shoes that have been important in your life, the ones that remind you of particular people, of particular jobs, shoes that you wore to your interview for one of your jobs, shoes that you wore on your wedding day, or shoes that belonged to a very important person in your life. Local artist Sue Martin has been inspired by the collection, and her short film, which follows this, will give you an insight behind the scenes into those shoes and get you thinking about how they might be connected to different parts of your life. Watch all the way to the end of the video for a link to a downloadable resource that you can use for your group, for a conversation with an individual, or just to get yourself thinking about what shoes might connect you to from your past.
In Britain, the first appearance of garments in a museum gallery was at the start of the 20th century, following a gift of historic fashion by Harrods to the V&A, who created the Costume Court, a permanent exhibition of dress through the ages. We think of fashion in relatively simple terms and can easily relate to it because we still wear shoes, boots, dresses and jackets. But what did these garments mean to the people who wore them? What were their lives really like? In this film, we'll be looking at some of the historical items stored in the costume archive at Salisbury Museum. Many artefacts, particularly wedding dresses, shoes and waistcoats, are in remarkable condition with little sign of wear. We don't know much about the wearers, but through this brief behind-the-scenes look we can glimpse some of the beautiful and treasured objects that have been collected and preserved for the future. Children's shoes feature as a reminder of the emotional attachment to personal possessions. Expensive handmade items will be altered, handed down, and in more recent times may well have ended up in the dressing up box. Craftsmanship and skill of the maker is evident, with some fine detailed embroidery and beading demonstrated throughout these garments. I think you will agree that there are some beautiful artefacts shown here, and as I spent time with these pieces, I was curious about the history of where they came from and who they belong to. I was impressed by the quality of the fabric and construction and wished that I could know more about where the items were worn. So this is where you come in. I hope the film has inspired you also to want to think about your own fashion. I've included some drawings of shoes, boots and dresses for you to experiment with. You can make your own designs using the templates as a guide, a base to create a fantastical design, or you can colour directly onto them with your choice of colour or pattern. Thank you for watching. If you've been inspired to use the resources, we would love to see your results along with any written down memories.